All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Saturday. How's it going? Oh yeah, we're coming at you. We're coming at you. And those of you that know and follow us here, DeanBodi Show, know that our weeks over here on DeanBodi calendar are 8 days a week. And maybe it might even go into 9 and 10 days for the week. That's how we do it over here. Because we don't live on the normal wavelength of the planet. That's why. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodhi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodhi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodhi Hotline, Funline. Call it. Bodhi's waiting for you. Say your first name, where you're from. We'll make it a feature on the show. We'll give your town a shout out on the DeanBodi Show. How cool is that? DeanBodi.com is the website. The links are on there. I want to get you over to the podcast. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. The other link will get you over to the YouTube channel. DeanBodi space show. YouTube channel. Okay, we made a little adjustment to some things as we're navigating through the interweb universe and all the social media, phone calling, 800 number connections as we do over here. And we have the numbers set up, 800-878-9698, Bodhi Hotline Funline, where you would call and it would say, connecting you to extension 1. And then it would be like, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yep, buddy, da 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 da, doo dee dee da, and then it would go into thank you for calling DeanBodi Podcast and into the message, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to wait through that. Who wants to wait on that on hold kind of extension? Let's just get to the point. I got some things to say about getting to the point, too. It's like nobody's getting to the point for some reason. Everybody's going the long way around. So, I called up. Nice going, Grasshopper. I've been with you for quite some time now. Hooking me up with the 800 number. And we did away with the extension. It was like this call forwarding thing where I could actually get on with a live call. And it's just not working out, you know? So I said, can we just get rid of the whole extension whatever and get right to the message? So people calling in can just get on there and do their thing. We got things to do. We got to move fast. It's all fixed now. So now when you call, you don't have to hear the whole Jeopardy theme song first and all of that fun little stuff. We just get right to the message. And the voice lady that I use on the message has a very nice voice. Please call. Please leave a message. Say your first name, where you're from. Anything. Sing a little Zippity Doo Dah Song. Say what's going on in your life. We'll make it a feature on the show. That's how we do it over here. Those of you that listened to the last show, please go listen to the Zippity Doo Dah Show. Because when you do a Zippity Doo Dah song, you are rebooting your brain. You're cleaning out the cobwebs. You're doing that kind of on the computer when you do the force quit. You know the force quit? When you go in that little drop-down menu, force quit this, force quit that, you shut it down. And then we refresh, we rejuvenate, we replenish. So that's how we're doing it. And anyway, so we did the tweak to the number. I hope it makes it easier on everyone. And look, the numbers are going up every day. The views on the last one are up like 4 times what they usually are. Now that's a jump. That's a nice leap forward. And so we're going in the right direction. Thanks everybody for all your support. We love you over here, DeanBodi. And we're doing our Zippity Doo Dah song as we did last time. Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. Tonight we're cooking chicken legs for dinner to pass the time away. Oh yeah. That was the last one. And I'm going through this gout flare thing and all this kind of taking the euloric and the culture scene just to calm things down this year, and then we're going to reverse it. Because you gotta live, you gotta eat. I can't just eat everything that's just, made from almonds. I mean, seriously. It's like, Oh yeah, you can't eat that meat, but here's a meat we make now. The meat's made from almonds. Enjoy. Oh no, you can't have that salad dressing or that kind of thing, or that barbecue or this other kind of beautiful seafood that you love, but we have all of that made from almonds now. Oh really? Yum, bo. Okay? I'm like taking almond baths. I got almond soap. I'm eating almond cereal, having for dinner almond chicken with a side of almond potatoes, almondine style. Enough already. So, we got this whole regimen going now. Things are calming down. This week's been a nice week. We're not limping. We're moving fast around the neighborhood. This adrenal glands are coming back after my little problem with the adrenal gland insufficiency. We're rebuilding little by little. It's coming back. And that's what it is, man. We're going through the process, but we're going in the right direction, and that's what's going on. And I was talking before about getting to the point. Here's an example of getting to the point, okay? So before I do that, I have a new little Zippity Doo Dah song, because what this also does is it makes light of something that you're going through that might be causing you some aggravation. Me with the adrenal gland healing, me with the gout kind of flare up and all that stuff. And did you know the Uloric, before I get into the new Zippity Doo Dah song, the Uloric, guess what one of the side effects is with Uloric? Gout flares. Not attack. Listen to the carefully chosen word, flares. Like a laser beam, like a flare gun. Look at it that way. Like if someone took a flare gun and shot it into your ankle, that's what a gout flare is. And that's what the whole keto community is talking about. The MDs on there with the keto this and the keto that. As your body's bathing in ketones, moving crystals around, you might have some flares. So keep your medication on handy just in case that happens. Oh, well, since I've done the keto for like over 3 months in the zone, it happens. And it happens more than I want it to happen. So I'll take a little bit from the keto. I'll take a little bit from the zone diet. I'll take a little bit from DeanBodi's Kaboomy diet. I'll take a little bit from South Beach diet. I'll take a little bit from Atkins. I'll take a little bit from Nutrisystem. I'll take a little bit from, general good knowledge. And we're dialing in with the bulletproof guy. A little bit from everybody, because not one size fits all. You can't do a cookie cutter when it comes to health with everyone. Sorry, can't do it. So the Uloric's got the gout flares as a side effect. Isn't that cute? The one medication that's supposed to lower the uric acid and help with the whole thing and fix the problem so you don't have to limp around the neighborhood has gout flares as the side effect. Is this this thing called life is one comedy show after another, isn't it? So we got the gout flares, not the gout attack, but the little laser beam flares. What are you going to do? Anyway, no flares this week. Things are calming down. We're doing our thing over here. Everything we eat now and drink is made from almonds. Wow, what a great time. No, but all that being said, today we're going after, because we're doing the cheat day once a week, and we're getting back into our rhythm of being human again, okay? And with that whole thing. And what's going on this week is we're going to be doing El Pollo Loco. They have the first ever Keto Tacos. Oh yeah, they got the low carb tortilla. Oh right. What was that? Low carb tortilla? Can you believe it? I don't think it's made from almonds though, but you know what? It's going to work because I've had them before with no flares. Awesome. And so I'm excited. I'm going to find these things and I'm going to end up with the most awesome anti-gout, no flare menu that you could ever think of. Just going to take a little time. So that being said, the new Zippity Doo Dah song, I thought I would do one for the gout because we got to turn it into some kind of comedy spin clean out the cobwebs and not give it all that negative energy that it does not deserve. Make it funny. In this way, we move down the road from it. So, oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. The gout attack was in my toe and now it's in my knee. Hey, oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. The gout attack in my knee is now in ankle-lee. Where? And now in ankle-lee. Oh, yeah. So that's the that's the Gout Zippity Doo Dah Song. And, hey, we're going through it. So listen. We're going through some things about getting to the point. Now, that's why I changed the 800 number and the message. Let's get right to it, man. We don't have time for all this, music and on hold and nothing. I don't want to drive. We want to make it fun over here, DeanBodi Show. So I go online. The first thing I see is if your dog is licking its paws, do these 3 things. So I got to go and click on this thing, because Bodhi's been doing that as she's going through her folliculitis healing. And we have a weeks-long regimen this week of antibiotics so things don't get out of control. Gia was just here giving her a nice shampoo and a nice little Zippity Doo Dah, getting her dialed in with the whole, mobile grooming thing that we've been doing. So that's helping a lot. But, she's still going through it. So we have an appointment next Friday for Bodhi to go to the doggy dermatologist. How much fun is this? So both of us going through things together, but the thing is you got to handle it. We want to figure things out. So whatever's going on in there, bacteria related, from what I'm reading and researching, we got to find the thing that's going on there and laser beam this thing. So maybe there's some kind of special topical shampoo that he's going to give us for Bodhi, for the outside, and maybe other than the antibiotic that I got from my normal vet that isn't maybe targeting, maybe it's some kind of fungal thing that something needs to be attacked from, the inside. And, of course, there's, you get the probiotics going and all these other things. And I don't know, maybe he's going to put Bodhi on an all-almond diet, too. Well, here's the dog food she can have. I know she's a wolf, but this is all made with almonds. And, she can have some almond shampoo. And here's a collar for around her neck, all made from almonds. And really, listen. The almond people are getting in everybody's business. Dial it down a notch, huh? So, we're going to find the answers for Bodhi. Bodhi's going to the dermatologist next week. We got this week of antibiotics just to keep things from not getting out of control. And she's already licking her paws. What it is when they're licking their paws, and I have to go through this video on the online thing to get to this doctor, the vet of the stars in Hollywood, so he can go through his whole Zippity Doo Dah talk before he can even get to the point on what the thing said in the beginning. Lick in the paws, do these 3 things. But he's got to give me his whole life story. He's got to tell us about all of these things and all this and all of that. Around and round we go. Oh my goodness. So, by the time we got to the point, I had to stop the video. That's how long it was without even getting to what the whole thing was supposed to be about, licking the paw. So what did I do? Oh yeah, I Googled it. And it turns out that the dog is basically, something's wrong. And it's doing that for anxiety reasons or stress or something's bothering her. And you get to all this negative stuff, and then at the end it says, on the very bottom it says, or it could be just something that it's soothing and relaxing for them to do. Oh, can't we just start with the positive and end with all the other stuff? No, we got to give you the whole intense, here's all the bad news, what it could be. And then at the bottom, or it might just be something soothing that they like to do. Hey, when you have an itch on your toches, when you scratch it, it feels better, doesn't it? It doesn't mean you have some kind of major problem. It just means you have an itch on your toches. When you have one of those back scratchers and you take that long thing and you go up and down your back, how good does that feel? Oh yeah, it doesn't mean you have all kinds of diseases and all kinds of problems. It's just something that feels good. Well, dogs can do that too, can't they? Unbelievable. So, we got the Zippity Doo Dah song for the gout. We got the one for the chicken legs. We are on a Zippity Doo Dah. I want you to come up with your own Zippity Doo Dah song and leave it on the message, 800-878-9698. She's the good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. The good girl, Bodie. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Call the new Bodie Fun Line that has no on hold nothing. You get right to the message and boom, you can leave a fun thing. We'll make it a feature on the show. Hope you use it and we'll have some fun with that as we move forward. And remember, DeanBodi.com is the website. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Go over to the social link. Will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show YouTube channel. Let's see what's going on DeanBodi Show. And while we're looking at DeanBodi Show, because we got so much to talk about, it's like way over the top of what's going on. I went on a little apartment hunting. I was going to look for a new place to live just to see what was out there. Oh my gosh, we're going to take you down that little road. Not fun. Okay, and also, let me tell you something. We got Governor Abbott out here doing the face mask, lifting the rules about you don't have to wear masks out here in Texas, and opening up businesses, and nice going Governor Abbott. You know what I mean? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Take your mask off on third and run home, Billy. Run. Let's open things up. Let's get going. Nice job. And one by one, the states are following suit. We have, there's already Florida's been open, I think, for a while. We got Alabama's jumping on board. We got this, we got that. Little by little, kind of breaking the chains and moving down the road. All right. So no quicker way than to get to what they call that herd immunity anyway. So listen, we're moving forward. Be safe, be respectful, but let's move forward, not backwards. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty cool. And excuse me, I had a little bit of a piece of almond fly out my mouth just now. How much fun is that? So listen, we're doing this thing, and we're going this on an apartment hunting, and I saw this beautiful apartment complex. I've been interested in this place for a while. So I'm like, you know what? I had to go through this whole, get myself psyched up to go through this. And I finally did it. All right, and I go down there, and the place is awesome. I mean, the train is right there that takes you to downtown Dallas. You're surrounded by, it's kind of that guy, a little bit of an industrial feel, but other high-rise apartment buildings around there. I mean, access to everything. You're on a big man-made lake. You got this, you got that, you got all the amenities, you got the gym, you got the spin classes, you got, you can get on your, on your stationary bikes there and your treadmill and look right at the lake, and there's a beautiful pool, and Bodie and I can walk around the edge of the lake and all these other things, and all of the stuff that goes along with all that stuff, okay? And the rent's gonna be double. That's the one thing. The other thing is, I feel like I'm a sardine. It's almost like I was at the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. If you ever been to one of these hotels in Vegas, there's like one room after another. The hallways are like a mile long. They squeeze you in there. It's like, it's crazy land. So this apartment was like way smaller than the one I'm in now. And right behind the thing, as soon as we walk in, she goes, very nice girl, by the way. Yes, we're both talking to each other through the masks. It gives me anxiety. It's very uncomfortable for me. It's very bizarre, and I just want it done. You know what I mean? And so we go in there. As soon as we open up the apartment, she's like, wow, as you can see, all kinds of beautiful natural light. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I feel like I'm like 4 feet from the sun. Holy moly, natural light. And right behind us is the courtyard area where there's couches and things like that. People can hang out and look at the lake and, I don't know, drink their glasses of wine and drive everybody crazy. And then there's this dirt thing right there, like I don't know, it looked like some kind of where they would plant some trees or something. But it turns out, I'm like, before we walked out, I said, what is that thing right there? Are they supposed to be doing something there? It looks like not finished. She goes, oh yeah, that's a bocce ball court. Oh, great. So right behind me, not only is the courtyard for parties, but the bocce ball court's there for tournaments. It's like, oh, this just keeps getting better. So we got way too much light. I want privacy and a quiet life with my dog now. I don't need all this chaos behind my apartment. Now look, if you have one of these apartments and you're coming in from somewhere else or flying into Dallas and you got one of these as a little aside to come and hang out, that's a good time. I get it. But to live there all the time and people bouncing in and out and doing their little thing and bocce ball tournaments and, what's next? You're going to have the Olympics right behind my apartment and, I don't know, why not just have a huge spread and weddings up and down the aisle and I mean, that's all I need. It would take me probably 1 month before I was more miserable than I could ever be. So it was good to go through it. You know what's good about doing that? Number one, you know what you don't want. It's good to know that. Two, it helps you appreciate kind of what you have, even though it's not where you want to go. But it does some kind of cleansing. And I couldn't wait to get home to see Bodhi. And it was just one of those things where, yeah, there's other apartments, there's nicer situations and things. But I said, you know what? I'm going to save my pennies because the next move I want to make is going to be a purchase. And we're going to take our time. It might be a little bit longer or whatever it is, but get into the place what I like to call my forever house. That's the plan. Going from here to that little rental with all that bocce ball tournaments and courtyard stuff behind me, I don't think so. But every time she asked me what I thought of the place, and it's like, I'm like, yeah, it's cute. She would go, yay! And then she'd be like, oh, so what do you think of the bedroom over there? I'm like, wow, this is really nice. She'd go, oh, yay! She would say yay after everything, and I just was saying to myself, get me out of here. It's time to go. I get it. And it was nice doing that. But what I ended up doing is sending a nice email saying that she was very nice. Thank you for the tour. I'll keep you in mind for the future. And I really appreciate it. And what's her name? Did a great job. And they sent me back a response. Thank you for the kind words. Just put a nice little bow on it. Clean out the cobwebs and move forward, and we'll figure it out, And here we are back at DeanBodi Haberdashery doing our thing. Oh, man, and I'm walking around the neighborhood today, yesterday. We have the whole landscape around here, walking way down in the area that we know, from apartment to apartment and out by the roads and all this stuff that we do with as we have been doing with Bodhi. At the end of this month, Bodhi's turning 6 years old. Come on. So I can't believe it already. But anyways, we're handling Bodhi's situation with that folliculitis, and we got a plan. I'm feeling a little bit stronger by the day. We're moving down the road, and we're keeping these gout flares calmed down now, and we're on the right road now. And that's all. And we got to get the water intake up. Those of you that think it's easy to drink a gallon, guess what? It's not. Don't give me this, oh yeah, I drink a lot of water, because you took one glass and you took 3 big giant gulps and you think that you're like getting plenty of water down. Unless you're really keeping track of what a gallon really is, you don't know. And I thought, and I used to drink a lot of water when I'm in the gym and all that stuff, and that's coming soon, but one thing at a time. And I started keeping track. And one of these large Voss bottles of water, 5 of those you need, basically, for a gallon. So I started keeping track, and I'm like, man, I only got 2 of these down, and most of the day was gone. And I'm like, okay, now I remember that a gallon, unless you really focus on getting this water down, the day is over and you don't make it. I'm not saying everybody needs to drink a gallon, but, it's a good goal. Your body's over 85% water. Your body needs everybody process needs it, so get it down. Your body doesn't run on Diet Coke alone. Sorry. So let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi. But man, the water thing, unbelievable. Yeehaw! Dallas, Texas, baby. And while I'm looking over here, zippity doo dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. There's plenty of sunshine coming your way. Zippity doo dah, zippity-yay. So, hey Alexa, what's the joke of the day?
Today I have a Batman joke. What did Batman say when asked if he wears boxers or briefs? None of your business.
Oh my gosh. What did Batman say when he was asked whether you like boxers or briefs? None of your business. Batman. Nice going, Alexa. Hey, that was kind of cute, actually. And I don't know. Let's see what's going on. We got a couple more things we can talk about here. And shoe inserts help the Tootsies, no doubt. And the Uber Eats Snafu. Oh, yeah. So I got these inserts for my sneakers. And like a Dr. Scholl's kind of thing. And I forgot that I had them in one of my other pairs. And the ones that I've been wearing for the last 4 months, whatever, just the regular. There's no insert. I'm like, you know what? I remembered the insert. So I took it out of the other pair, put it in these. What a difference on the feet. What a difference a little thing makes. A little extra cushy for the journey with Bodhi. Feet feel better. Things aren't as painful. I don't know. It made a big difference, and it really wasn't that much. It's kind of like one of those Dr. Scholl kind of inserts that I got from the sneaker place, and the guy got it for me. He took it out of the pack. He put it in the shoe, and I'm like, man, so there you go. The little things in life, huh? So I had this Uber Eats that I called the other day, and all of a sudden, it told me to, so-and-so's going to be at your front door, whatever, and your order's been dropped off. Enjoy. Open up the door. Nothing's there. So I'm like, you can't really call the driver because you don't get their number. And I'm like, oh no, so maybe this guy took off with my food, knowing that I can just go in for a refund and whatever, how that goes. I've done that before too. So what happened was I go into the help section and I'm like, order not delivered. And it took me to this other thing to call, right? Which gave me to contact the driver, to call the driver, and it connected me to him. And I'm like, are you bringing this? He's like, oh, my phone is tripping, he said. My phone is tripping, sorry. I'm like, okay. When it stops tripping, are you going to bring my food? And he goes, yeah, you can trust me. I'm going to bring it. Anytime someone ever says you can trust me, the first thing I think about is, no, I can't. So it ends up working out okay. And he ended up bringing the food. And the funny thing about the whole thing was the connection. I've never gone through that before, to connect to the Uber Eats help thing. And the help thing said, do I want to connect to the driver? And then it got me over to the driver. And the driver told me his phone was tripping. And then the phone stopped tripping. So then he could bring my food. And then when he got here, we had kind of a laugh. Bodhi met him at the front door. Bodhi did the whole 360 around the guy. And I'm like, sorry about that. And he's like, nah, no problem. Some people love dogs. Other people are terrified of dogs. I had this delivery driver one time, came out of the thing, and he saw Bodhi behind me. And he would not bring the food to the door. He was terrified. I mean, you thought Bodhi was Godzilla. Just the opposite with this guy. Yeah, that's fine. Bodhi's jumping up and down on him and all this stuff. We had a laugh about it. The Uber connection was cool. His phone stopped tripping. He brought the food. All good. And it ended up working out fine. So, hey, listen. Anyways, it turned out that I could trust the guy. He did bring the food. Everything worked out good. And everything's going okay over here, man. Remember, DeanBodi is coming at you. Sometimes we're coming at you daily, bi-daily, quad-daily, bi-weekly, tri-weekly, quad-weekly. And remember, the DeanBodi Show calendar, there's no 7 days in a week over here. 8, 9, 10 days in a week. In DeanBodi Show, that's how we do it. We're having a great time over here. Share the podcast. Share the YouTube channel with a friend. And, listen, click the like button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. On the podcast, if you could leave a nice review and a 5-star rating would be awesome. And, if you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing. We're having a great time over here. The numbers are going up every day. Call the line, 800-878-9698. Get right to the message. Leave your little Zippity Doo Dah Song on there or whatever you like. Say your first name, where you're from. We'll make it a feature on the show. We'll have a lot of fun with it. We'll have some interaction. We'll go back and forth. We'll give your town a shout out. We'll sing your little Zippity Doo Dah Song. We'll, talk about whatever. You bring up a topic, that's something that everybody you think might want to talk about. Nothing crazy. I don't know. We can get a little crazy around here, go down Crazy Road, Goofy Lane, and park it right there on Wacko Avenue and do what we got to do. But hey, let's just take it as it goes. That's how we do it over here, DeanBodi. We just roll with it. We flip the mic. There's no editing, from A to Z, and we put it in the can. That's how we do it, man. So have an awesome rest of your weekend. Let's keep this thing rolling. Have a great day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.